I don't know. I think I'm going to do this right now because I don't know a better way to do it right now. And then this way, the way you handle radars, you keep track of min and max coordinates for each fix. Each fish? Min and max coordinates? I guess like I'm still not visualizing what that means and like how that looks. Okay, so we have a radar blip. I want to go back up to where we were getting the radar blips. And we're going to create a radar blip and then attach it to the specific drone ID. So okay, so I need to get the drone. Let's see. That our drone equals self.drone, my drones, iter mute. We need to find drone drone.id is equal to drone ID, which means you need to move. Okay, so that's an options. That's also okay. So some. Otherwise, print line missing. Cannot find my drone. Unhappy face. And then we'll continue. Okay, so we have my drone, and then I want to now do a drone dot radar blips. Oh, I also see here that I would probably want to reset the radar blips. In the beginning, you know, all fish are within x equals 0, 0, and a... Don't the fish move around though? So they can get outside of that. And I don't really get it from the middle. I get it from like just a direction. It's like once I'm in the middle of the arena, that's not really helpful. Yeah, I get it from the position of the drone wherever it happens to be, and I only get one drone right now. So I guess like I still don't know how that's helpful when I have one drone. Because like from this, I just want each drone to move and like go grab fish. Okay, so in here, I want to clear the radar blips. So we'll do self dot my drones, mute for each drone dot radar blips dot clear. And then here, okay, so now we can push a radar blip, creature ID, and the direction. So now that we have that in our decision of what to do. Okay, so first of all, we find the unscanned fish. If we have unscanned fish, okay, so if let, I now want to do this is like an if let sum find unscanned fish. If there's unscanned fish that we can see, move towards it. Oh, I probably need to do this as per drone too now. Okay, so if I find, okay, find unscanned fish. So if I don't find unscanned fish, then I need to go through. You cannot see fishes anymore. If you see them, they're scanned. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, so there's no reason for unscanned to search for unscanned fish then at this point in time. So now I just say, let's, okay, for, okay, so let's do for drone and self.drone, my drones iter. Okay, so we have a drone. I now want to search through the radar blips, and let's just grab the first radar blip and head the first radar blip for a fish that we have not yet scanned. So for is this gonna be another loop inside of here? Kind of is. So for radar blip in drone dot radar blips iter. Okay, so now I have a radar blip. I bet this is going to be your strategy sounds exactly the way you went through wood, but with much prettier code. Well, thank you. This is probably gonna have to be a vector of commands. I bet eventually. Right now, as soon as we find one drone, we can just return with it. But this we'll have to like move that around. Okay, so I want to find. Okay, so we're gonna get the fish. So we're gonna do let some. We get a fish equals. So okay, from a radar blip we can get the fish ID. So that the radar fish ID is going to be equal to radar blip creature ID. I'm doing this, I'm like breaking this out because it's easier in my mind to parse through all this because there's a lot to sort of think about. So having it all sort of like written out here very explicitly helps me like sort of like see what's going on. Okay, so let some fish equals, okay, so now I want to get the creatures and I want to see whether or not we have seen this fish before. So if self dot creatures dot if we have seen it, it's going to be in here, isn't it? Now I can get contains key. Okay, so actually this is gonna be a little bit easier. So if this does not contain the key, of the, what are you looking for? You're looking for a reference. So the radar fish ID. So if we've not seen this fish before, just go towards it. So now I need to check to see, we're going to do let the direction. So that the direction is going to be equal to the radar blip dot direction. And I want to return a command. Otherwise, we wait because we don't know what we're doing. Okay, so it contains Tiki. Okay, so if self-creature contains key radar fish ID, then we're gonna move towards it, and we have the. Do we have the X and Y? I just want to move one to my right. Okay, so it depends upon where we're going. So the direction. So okay, if I match the direction as stir, so this would be what? We have TL. Is that what it is? It's like TL, TR, BL. Okay, so TL, I want so let mute X is going to be equal to 0. Let mute Y is going to be equal to actually we set this to the drone.x. Drone.y. So actually, you know what? Now we go to drone and we add in an impl for it for like move right, like a steering thing. So you have like a pub function, like move direction. And we're going to take in the direction, which is right now it's going to be a stir, but I should probably turn this into an enum. And this is going to be new X and Y coordinates. So I should just do this as an array of X and Y. We can, yeah, let's, something like that. Let's see. Mr. Grumpy Pants, hello. How are you doing today? Do today's editors format the code like this so nicely all the time? Yes. Modern IDEs generally do this all the time. You have to install stuff for it usually, but it does it pretty well. Gee, what IDE do I use? I'm using something called Helix, which is a terminal-based editor. Okay, so move direction. Okay, so now we're gonna match on the direction. And so we're gonna have, okay, so if it's TL, I want to move just like one up and then one left, right? So we're gonna return self.x top, so that's -1 self.y -1. So top right is going to be self.x +1 self.y -1. If it's bottom left, self.x -1 self.y 1, then bottom right. And then everything else is basically don't move. So self.x, self.y. If I did this as an enum though, that would not, it would be fine. Okay, so I don't have to match your direction. We're now going to let our new coordinates be equal to the drone dot move direction, and we hand it the direction. So that gives us that. And then I want to return a command. So return a command move. Our X is now going to be coordinates of 0, coordinates of 1. Sure, light false for right now. This will be fine. And then if we reach the end of both for loops, we're going to return a command wait, light will just false. And that'll be fine. Can I move out? I don't actually need to move you, do I? You're fine. And could do that. Okay, so I think this will now move towards the fish now. Would have been so nice back in the day. Oh man, there's so many things that would have been so nice back in the day. I remember, you probably remember this too, like one of the big reasons for Python was because it forced you to be like have good habits with alignment and formatting. And so like that's why you did it, was because like, oh, it's gonna make me do it. Okay, well now I know that everybody on the team is gonna format it properly. And nowadays it's just like you hit save and bam, just formats. It's great. That drone will move very slowly. Yeah, it probably will, but I want to actually see that it moves. Can I move faster if I move? So it didn't say in the directions if it will move faster if I tell it to go farther away. Is that something that would happen? I'm just waiting. I don't see any drone blips. Huh. That's odd. Why am I waiting? Oh, you have 600 units max move speed. Okay, so I wonder if I could just tell it to move to the other side and it would just move as fast as possible. No, hello. How are you doing today? I'm using the Kinesis Freestyle Pro split keyboard. Either way though, this is a little bit odd. Why am I not seeing the blips? Did I somehow fail to... Okay, so what's my creature count? Yeah, I'm not doing this in there. That's fine. Drone scans. I'm not using drone scans. I'm getting the IDs. This is the scans of the creatures that I've seen, right? Yeah, so I get my scan creature IDs. So okay, I get those. Okay, so I'm actually really curious. Am I getting any of these? Let's do an ePrint line and just see if am I getting this radar blip? Let's see. Your fear of using a split keyboard is the muscle memory changes between split and laptop keyboard. Have you had issues with that, or do you? I have not had any issues with that whatsoever. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I am getting radar bips. I'm getting tons of them. Okay, stop. Okay, so the RTL BR. Okay, so that's good. Okay. Your word for me will tank, but like anything you practice, most people, yeah, think of it like, can you play with like different controllers on a video game? Like if you can like switch from one game to another and like your controller, or like maybe you change from like Xbox to PlayStation and you go and like, yeah, it feels weird for a little bit, but then you like, it's still just a controller. It's just like different configuration. That just works then. I have not tried the Moonlander. This split keyboard is just a normal keyboard that just split. There's nothing else strange about it whatsoever. So it's that also helps a lot. Okay, so okay, so for turn. Okay, so am I getting this reader blip? I am getting that. Now am I getting this radar blip? No. Because I see the fish? Wait a second. So I see the creatures in here still? Why is that? Okay, so hold on. Contains. Okay, so if it contains the key. You also went straight to a 36 key. That does feel like it would be pretty different. Okay, so something's going on with this. I feel like I have all the fish, or I have fish in here already. So I want to redo this. So I want to say let some fish equals self dot creatures will get by the radar fish ID. Okay, so if we can't find the fish in here, then we just want to move towards the radar blip, right? So we're going to return a command move let's see, let direction equals drone move direction direction, and then so you're going to be okay, so give me, okay, less than fish equals that. That being said, most doctors say bad habits won't matter on a split. When you switch, you really need to focus on also getting rid of the bad habits. Yeah, like there's a lot of things about like sort of sitting, like, you know, the shoulders being crunched in are one thing, like that's an actual thing. So helping with that is like you know, good. But there's other things too. Okay, so if we found a fish, okay, so if we didn't find the fish, we move in the direction of the blip. If we found a fish, if the fish is not scanned, so if not fish me scan, then also I'm going to return command move. Just move towards the fish then. So x is going to be fish.x, fish.y, light false. Okay, so, and if we get to this point, we didn't find the fish, we didn't find the thing, so then we're just going to continue on and then look at the next radar blip, right? Okay, so if we do find the fish, if we don't find the fish, move towards the blip. If we don't know the fish. If we do know the fish and we haven't scanned it, move towards it. Otherwise, continue on and go to the next blip, and then if we reach the end, we wait. Use a Keychron Alice layout. Interesting. Okay. There's so many different keywords and things to look at. Okay, I'm moving to 0, 0. Huh. That's not working. Why am I moving to 0, 0? We get, okay, so I get the input, which should update the drone's information, right? Oh, but if I do, okay, if I do move direction, I'm really curious what this is. So if I ePrint line, oh, I'm not hitting move direction at all. Like that's not, this ePrint line is not happening. So I'm doing a move 0, 0. Weird. Okay. Okay, so I found the fish. I wonder if it's this ePrint line. No. Didn't find fish. Moving towards X, Y. Oh, it's not that either. Okay. Okay, so if it's not that one, the only other... This is a wait. We're not waiting. We're actually moving. So I found the fish. Okay, so if I've not scanned, so it's this ePrint line. Found fish. Moving towards it. And let's put in a... Do I have the fish? I do. Fish. Isn't that block of code with drone move direction only happens if you don't have a radar blip due to the else statement? Maybe? Okay, we found a fish moving towards it. Creature ID 2. Right, and it has, okay, so it's 0/0. Okay, so we found the okay, so I found a fish. You have an else before drone dot move direction. Oh, you're talking about this one right here? Yes, that's if... Okay, so look into our creatures. If we're aware of any creatures, get the fish. So I'm not aware of any creatures. So basically, I have never seen this fish. I don't know where it is. No, I get, yeah, the else is right here. But okay, so basically, okay, self-deck creatures. So look into our creature database. If we can find the fish that the radar is telling us about, then go down to here. If we cannot find the fish, then I want to go in the direction of the radar blip. And then we just say, okay, we didn't find the fish. Let's move towards that. And then return this one. But what's happening here is that I am finding the fish in my local database, but we don't know where it is because the fish has an X and Y. The fish has an X and Y of 0 because probably one of those unwrapper defaults that we have. Or I'm gonna feel like we could just handle it if where was I? Get input. Okay, turn. If the fish dot x is equal to 0 and the fish dot y is equal to 0, then I want to set my x and a y okay, so if you're 0, so like the fish, we don't know. Yeah, I know the way that the else works with the let sums is a little bit like hard to see sometimes. I'm getting more used to it. I do like it, the fact that it's not like an if let sum where I'm then in here if it's positive, it's now in here if it's negative. So it's like sometimes hard to see. It's a very interesting design decision from the language, and I don't mind it. I think there's some things that make it look really nice. See, that's what I'm curious about. Why did I find the fishes? And I don't know. That is interesting. Okay, so if I don't know where the fish is, because like it's initialized, but it doesn't really exist. Oh, you know what? It tells me, okay, so it gives me a list of all the fishes. Oh, okay, so our scan, okay, so at the beginning it gives us a list of all the creatures, but it doesn't tell us where the creatures are. It just tells us what the creature types are, so we can go search for them. That's what it is. Okay, I got it. So we will always find the fish. We will always find the fish. So if I have not scanned it, that's not the container to use then. Yeah, okay, so okay, so if I've not scanned the fish and I don't know where it is. It's gonna be the same thing. I move towards this. So okay, so if me scan. Okay, so if I do okay, so if I have not scanned it and the fish.x is not equal to 0 and the fish.y is not equal to 0, I need both those things to be together true. So those need to be, so I almost want like an uninitialized. You need a list of already scanned fishes and stick that instead of self creatures. Yeah, I probably need to do something like that. Okay, so if I've seen that, go ahead and move towards it. This won't help, will it? It's really... Okay, so if I've not scanned it... Oh, wait, I could just do this. So if I've not scanned it and you're uninitialized, so we don't actually know what you've meant. Oh, wait. If I've... Hold on. So wait. If I've not scanned you, I've not seen you really. So just move towards, instead of fish, get the move direction. So... we grab the direction from this, and... we'll just move towards that. Okay. This might work. And then we can increase our speed by like increasing the direction they're moving by like multiplying by 600 for each X and Y. And that might work. Rizzy, hello. How are you doing today? Think problem statement might prevent fish from going above a certain height. Yeah, it probably is right. Okay, so I am now trying to move towards bottom left. So moving towards... Why am I not moving? I am telling it to move to... $33. Huh. Oh, I'm telling it to move to my exact position. I'm telling it to move. Okay, that's... Oh, my exact position. We did that with move direction, didn't we? Yeah, if you don't know what you're seeing, okay, so hold on, direction. BL, so BL is one of these. That should be going towards down. Move towards from self.x, self.y. Am I just moving super slowly? I am telling it to move like down. Is that the problem? I'm moving too slow? Okay. What happens? What happens if we get our new self? So I figure what this is, and I just want to... Okay, so self dot x minus, so instead of minus, we just do 600 for this. What can possibly go wrong? Now, if I try to tail up below 1, this might crash if I try to go outside the bounds, but let's just see what happens first. Hey, okay, so I'm moving now. Bottom right, and I'm trying to tell it to go to 1100, which is where my position is, from 500. Oh. Am I not updating my I'm not updating my drone's position. My drone count. Okay, so get this. My drone. Oh. I'm infinitely adding new drones. So if I'm going to do this, I need to do something like... I could clear the drones. I don't think I'm storing any state on them right now. This is probably a terrible idea. Because now I can't store any state on them between turns. Okay, now I'm going on this fish the entire time. Shoot. Okay, so if fish me scan, okay, so if not fish me scan, move to there. Okay, so if I've not scanned it, that means I have seen it. Okay, hold on. Scan creatures IDs. I want to mark the creatures as scanned. My scan creatures ID true. Okay. So I'm marking the creatures that I scanned. Oh. No, I'm marking them as that they scanned. Okay, didn't picture. Okay, so first of all, let's okay, for each turn, I want to just print out to debug. Okay, so me scan false. So you are. Okay, so does this mean I'm not marking the creatures when we find them scanned? So I get to a creature. Okay, so we're going after, this is ID 2. So creature of ID 2. Okay, here's that. I have now scanned the creature, so ID 2. My scan is still false. which makes me wonder. It might, okay, you're right. It might come through the next frame. Let's just wait several, it's guaranteed done by that time. It's still false. Okay, so I do know where the creature is though. Everything else is negative. Okay, so I know where the creature is. Okay, so mark creatures as scanned. I kind of want to do it now on ePrint line. My scanned creature IDs. Why are you upset? Oh, because I need to do this as debug mode. It's the debug. Are you handling unsaved scans? Maybe. I don't know. That's probably like, there's a bug somewhere in something like that. Okay, so my scanned creature IDs. Oh. Is nothing. It's just empty. What is that supposed to be? Those are saved scans. In this league, you get 2 types of scans. What? What does that even mean? Okay, so our inputs. Oh, saved scans are the ones where you go to the surface to get them. Oh, okay. Well, okay, I'm doing this wrong then. Okay, so this is my scan. Okay, so if I just don't do anything with you. Okay. Now there was something about, okay, drone scans. This is what that is, isn't it? Drone scans. All right, let's debug the drone scans. It's the wrong kind of scan, of course. Drone scans. Okay, so ooh, okay, so drone scans is empty. I get that one. And then the next one I got, oh, I got two at the same time. So 0 and 0? Oh, because that's the drone that got it? Get IDs is multiple things. Yeah, I would think that it's supposed to be that, but get IDs is getting like a whole vector of them. Oh, because it's a scan count. Okay, so I actually just need this to be a vector, right? Hold on, now I'm confused. Yeah, on input is 2 per line. Okay, so I just want, okay, so I want to get vector. Okay, so let's do this differently. So we have drone scan count. So if I do that, okay, so ID 0 and I got fish ID 0. Is that right? Yeah, okay, I think that's right. So okay, so I get this one. So really this is going to be the drone ID and then the fish ID equals to get vector. Oh, I can't. Can I do this? I mean, that would be pretty cool. But you're upset. Refutable pattern or local binding. Okay, fine. I'll okay, scans. So this is gonna be the drone ID equals scans of 0. Let the fish ID equals scans of 1. Okay, so then I want to now mark, I want to mark this as done. So I want to do self dot mark creatures as scanned.